Welcome to another G.I. Joe War on Cobra tips and tricks video. Today, we're going to talk about the event, about this week's current event. And it should be pretty good, it should be pretty easy, and we're not working with event-only units this time. Most of us should already have them, but I'll talk a little bit about the units also. So let's just jump right in and start looking at this event. So, it has to do this week with Paratroopers and Saw Vipers. Calling all Paratroopers and Saw Viper fans. Are there really any Saw Viper fans out there? I mean, after what that one Saw Viper did to that unit of G.I. Joes back in the comic, I mean, who really likes the Saw Vipers? Anyway, old history. Paratroopers, Joe's soldiers that drop behind enemy lines to cause discord and overwhelm enemies from all fronts. They are a common unit. There's rank 0. We should just do rank 1, but anyway. Their initial rank that they come with is Deep Strike. This unit can deploy outside of the normal deployment boundaries. Their first rank up is No Mercy. This unit deals extra damage to enemies suffering from negative status effects such as stun and sleep. Rank number 2, Cleared to Land. This unit takes reduced damage temporarily after deployment. That's kind of neat. The Saw Vipers. Cobra's highly dangerous ground troops that dish out tons of damage. Do they really dish out tons of damage? They are also a common card. Their initial rank, Deployed Weapon. This unit's weapon needs to be set up before it can be used. Is that really a benefit? I mean, really? They're telling us it takes them time to set their weapon up? Why is this a good thing? Rank 1, Muscle Memory. This unit... It went away. This unit gets a decrease to setup time for attacks made with deployed weapons. So, does that mean there's no setup time for non-deployed weapons? Rank number 2, Extended Barrels. This unit gets an increase to its attack range. Cool, it can shoot further. And there's the standard, all the diamonds, credits, and cargo boxes and so forth. And this event will end next Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in that neighborhood. And as usual, it'll end on Wednesday. We'll have 24 hours till Thursday to trade in our coins for the buyout boxes. So what do we have to do in this event? Let's find out. I'd already looked, and I've already been playing it. It's actually really not that hard. But there are at least one little bit of trickery this time. That's not how it's been. So, right, the first thing is campaign victories. So, that's pretty straightforward. Go and fight the campaign battles. They are the yellow background with the character Joe or Cobra icons on them. So you just need to shoot, I think it was 8 of them. No, 6 of them. I've done a couple extra. I was testing something out. You just need to do 6 battles. So you can get in and go to campaign. Let me flip over the map here. I never usually do this, but let me go ahead and just pop it up here. So like right here on the Joe side, there you go. Call to Arms, that is a campaign battle. And you can do number 1 over and over and over 6 times. It probably takes you 10 to 15 seconds per battle. You can wipe that requirement out really fast and get full coins. Now, you'll get some minerals if you're not fully stocked on minerals. It will give you some minerals, but it's not a lot. I highly recommend you don't do this when you have battle cargo. If you notice right here, I have 1 of 6 battle cargo available. Use up your battle cargo on the conquest or the challenge battles. Don't use them on this. Whenever I do this battle, I only get 15 trophies. I don't know if that may vary depending on where you are in your game, but I only get 15 trophies. I don't feel that that's worth it to use a battle cargo. If you don't use battle cargo when you complete this battle, it will still earn you points for the event. Don't use battle cargo. Don't. Gather the troops. Collect 300 cards. 300 of these things. And you can do that by unlocking cargo, opening free cargo, and not that. Not that. And through your alliance by requesting cards. When you get a card, it will count towards that. Next item. I gotta be careful because I think this messes up on me. Any unit damage. So when you go into battle, let's confirm, player versus player, conquest only. That is pretty much, come on map, move around. That's pretty much just those. The red background with the Joe or Cobra character on top of it. That's a player versus player versus player battle, and it's also called a conquest battle. So, any unit damage. So, you can deploy anything you want to, and as long as you're dealing damage to the enemy, it's going to accumulate that damage. You may have to do more than 6 battles every day. Actually, you shouldn't really have to do more than 6 battles every day. I would think 6 battles every day will work just fine. But if you're doing Joe side and Cobra side, pretend you have 6 days and, devote 3 days worth of battles for the Joe side, devote 3 days worth of battles to the Cobra side, and you might need to do 8. Remember, I told you every day you can get 100 diamonds, so you can at least use diamonds for 2 additional battle cargo. So you should be able to do at least 8 battles per day. On the 3rd day, you should be able to do a 9th one if you just want to keep spending those diamonds. So any unit damage, when you get it done, you get it done only on the conquest player versus player battles. Reinforce your defenses. If you have been, this is the upgrading your base mission. If you've been holding on to some things or you haven't upgraded in a while, this is a great time to do it. You need to upgrade 12 items, not individually. You could upgrade one item 5 times, and that'll count. You can upgrade 12 different things once, and that'll count. Just upgrade items on your base. The neat thing is, even small piddly things like the mines will work. Anything that will, come on, it doesn't load fast sometimes for me. Even things like your land mine or your sea mine. What is it? Naval mine, not sea mine. What was I thinking? Or your naval mine. Anything out here on your base that you've got that you can upgrade it 12 times. Next, where are we at? Featured unit damage. This one actually should be pretty easy, I think. I think I got mine done in about 5 or 6 battles. But I do mine a little bit different. I don't send in a whole group. I'm kind of weird. I do my best to just send in the featured unit damage, and I let it mow down as much as I possibly can. Now, since I do have helicopters, and I usually do go and fight bases that have the missile turrets, I have to take care of the missile turrets first. So get rid of the missile turrets. And then if you've got a helicopter that you're up against, get one of your helicopters, if you've got them, to take out that helicopter. If you don't have a helicopter, get Bazooka for the Joe side in your lineup, so Bazooka can knock out those helicopters. If you're on the Cobra side, make sure the Stinger and one of your heroes, surely you've got one of the heroes, but the Stinger and a hero, can we really call him a hero? One of the villains is there, and you can drag your villain onto the Stinger so it will mount in the back, and then it will shoot the helicopters. But get rid of the missile turrets, get rid of the helicopter, and get rid of the little drone thing. The Iron Jacket or the... is it Shrike? Is that what they call it on this Cobra side? Might be. Get rid of the drones too. And when you get rid... Okay, there's a lot of things to get rid of. Okay, let me start over. If you want to, the best way to get your featured unit damage is to get your unit out there to fight as much as it can. So you want to get rid of the missile turrets. Actually, those don't matter if you're not going to use helicopters. If you're not going to use helicopters, you don't need to worry about those. But you gotta get rid of the helicopter, because the helicopter will take out any unit. Your helicopters are your ground units. Get rid of the drones, and because the drones will knock out your units. Get rid of the leader, because the leader can just cause you, mayhem. If you get rid of, I'll get around to it. I'll get around to it here. Where is it? Oh, get rid of the barracks, the troops. You get rid of those units, then you can throw your featured unit out there, and it will do a lot of damage. And I talk about helicopters, but I usually take out those items, the missile turret, the helicopter, the drone, the leader, and the barracks with a helicopter, and then I pull my helicopter back down to the far side of my base, drop the paratroopers, and it will start mowing down everything, and I can almost get one part of the mission done in one battle. It's about a battle and a half. But anyway, I hope that rambling helped you out. It is possible to get these things done, and done pretty quick. Finally, total war victories. The theory is, actually no, not theory. Let's open this up. It says total war victories win any battle. That's what it says. In this case, it's not true. You need to go only after the conquest or the challenge battles. If you do the campaigns, it won't count. I was doing, what I did was I emptied out my battle cargo last night, and then I went and did all campaign battles, and when I went to check the event tab, it does say 12, ignore that. It hadn't calculated the campaign battles, so I did it again. It didn't up it. I used a battle cargo on a campaign battle. It didn't count it. As of this video, it's not counting campaign battles. So don't think you can just go and fly through those campaign level 1s really fast and it'll be done. It won't work, at least not right now. If you want to test that out in a day or two, go for it. But don't waste battle cargo on the campaign battles whatsoever for any reason. It's not necessary. Not really. There's better resources you can get from the other battles. And so that's it. This is actually a pretty, as you can see, the event's been going for about a day, and I've already finished, two things on the G.I. Joe side, and 3 things on the Cobra side. And yes, I got featured unit damage on the Cobra side with the Saw Vipers. They're actually pretty powerful. It always, I'm learning very quickly, going to depend on what level you are, and what level base you're fighting, and what level your units are, and what ranks your units are. But initially, I didn't like the Saw Vipers. I tried them once or twice. I didn't like them. I threw them out. It's like, I'm never going to touch these things again. But when this came around, it forced me to play with them a little bit. And they're not bad. They're not my favorite. They're probably never going to be my favorite, because they are a little slow. They're kind of roadblock slow, where they have to set the gun up. But anyway, let me back out of here real quick. We'll talk about them in a minute, but let's take a peek here at the paratroopers. So the paratroopers, mine are level 7, as high as I can take them until I up my HQ to level 9. Right now, they've got a health of 180, damage is 35, they have a long range of 7, and they have an average speed of 3. And deep strike means you can drop them anywhere on the map. And no mercy means it's going to deal extra damage to any bad guys, or I guess enemies, opposition that is under some sort of a spell. Stun, sleep, status effect. So, anyway. And I have ranked mine. I haven't ranked mine. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, I do. I got the no mercy. I haven't gotten mine to rank 2 yet, which this will take reduced damage temporarily. So when you drop them somewhere on the field, when the opposition attacks them, they won't take as much damage. It's pretty straightforward, I think. But these are really cool. I didn't like them at first. I just liked the basic troops. Now, I really like these. One of the best ways that I use these paratroopers, and maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but I will drop them next to, at least when on the Joe side, you can't use this type of unit on the Cobra side. but I will drop them near a missile turret, and then I immediately direct them to that missile turret to take it out. So I use less missile strikes, because the more missile strikes you use, the more you have to recharge with minerals. So I usually will use the paratroopers to drop, and yes, that's sacrificing them. They will die pretty quick. The hero comes out, the helicopter comes out, the troops come out, and they're toast. But the neat thing is, I can then drop them again if I'm lucky and there are 2 missile turrets on land. I could drop them again and knock another one out. Then once the missile turrets are gone, my helicopters can come in and start taking care of the big things that I need them to. So the paratroopers are actually a really cool thing. Use this time to try and get more paratroopers if you can. I'm going to flip over here to the Cobra side. We'll take a look at the Saw Vipers. Saw Vipers have always rubbed me the wrong way just because of how they are written in the comic book. I didn't like the version 1, version 3, or the Python Patrol version either, very much. In fact, I don't think there's ever been a Saw Viper figure that I actually liked the looks of. I mean, they're a potentially neat thing, character, whatever. The Saw Vipers, I think it was just the comic book that totally rubbed me the wrong way. So let's take a peek at my Saw Vipers that I've got. They are a common card. Oh, you know what I didn't say? Let's back up here real quick. Let's go into the battle tiers. You'll get Saw Vipers at Battle Tier 3. If you're not to Battle Tier 3 with 750 trophies at the minimum, then this is an event you really want to try and get them. So they are tier level 3. And when I'm done here, we'll take a peek at the paratroopers. I think they might be tier 3 also. Anyway, I have mine up to level 7. Again, the highest that you can get them, and for me, until I up my HQ to 9. I think I've got these guys all ranked up. Yeah, these guys are completely ranked out. They have a really good health, 251, and they have a really strong damage, 98. Their range is 6, an average range, and their speed is average of about 3. Let me back out of here and take a peek at the troopers. My troopers, near the bottom, have a health of 189, so my troopers are a little bit weaker at the same level, and the damage is 55.3, so a little bit less damage. Although, what the funny thing is, it says it's an average speed and average range. It actually looks like the Saw Vipers compared to the Cobra Troopers should be better. But for some reason, I like the Cobra Troopers better. Oh, I know. You get 3 or 4 troopers versus 2 Saw Vipers. That's one of the early deciding factors why I didn't use them. You get less of them. The other thing is they're kind of like Roadblock. There is a setup time of 1.5. It takes just a little bit. It's almost agony watching them set up. Now the neat thing is there is muscle memory. So it will reduce that 0.5 so that it only takes 1. Is that 1 second? Is it 1 in their world? I don't know what 1 really truly means. But they also have an extended range with rank 2. So instead of a 6 range, they have an 8 range now. So that's really kind of neat. They can fire a lot further. So I'm starting to like them. I like this look a lot better than the toy look. I'll tell you that. I think they look a lot cooler here. So I'm starting to like the Saw Vipers more. I think as I level them up, they probably are going to be more of an interest. They might actually stay maybe in my lineup for a while. I don't like the bats at all, and maybe some of you have experience with the bats, but I don't like the bats, so they're always going to be chosen over the bats. I've used the missile bat, or sorry, those are the incinerators. I've used the missile bat a couple times. I don't like them either, but I would say if you can get your hands on some Saw Troopers, do it and work on leveling them up once you get to tier 3. If you're not, or if you are tier 3 or beyond, get some Saw Viper cards. I think they're not a bad unit, and don't read that as they're not a good unit either. I think they're pretty good. I've been enjoying playing with them during this event. So that's my take on it. I hope you found this helpful. One more thing I was going to mention. Let's confirm what tier the paratroopers are. They are... Yes, they are tier 3 also. So 750 trophies minimum on the Joe side, and you should be getting them. They're a common card. They should just pop up like crazy for you. You should be able to get enough cards to level, a couple levels. So, anyway, I hope you have found this helpful and useful. That's all I'm trying to do, is just try to help further your gaming ability, your enjoyment, so you don't find this as frustrating. If you found this to be useful and helpful, hit that like button for me. And if you want to be notified when more of these videos come out, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and you will be notified in your list of other hundreds of subscriptions. You'll be notified when a new video comes out. Anyway, thank you for taking time out of your day. You're sharing it with me, and I'm enjoying talking to you. So have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you in the next video.